Torrey Pines, the first round of the Buick Invitational, and B.J. Singh, who was picked up in 2005, right where he left off last year. For birdie at one, his 10th hole of the day. And now Tiger Woods playing at one. He also started at number 10, his second shot from 133 yards away. And Tiger went on to make birdie to get to 1 under. Meanwhile, Ernie Els playing here at Torrey Pines for the first time since 1987 when he was a junior. And he got off to a torrid start. This for a 5th consecutive birdie on his opening 9. Playing over on the North Course. And this for a share of the lead. 6 under through his first 8 holes. A great start for Ernie Els, as for the first time in this young golf season, the big 4 in the game are all together, going head-to-head. Spectacular Torrey Pines on a magnificent winter day here in Southern California. One of the great stops on the PGA Tour, perched like a jewel on the cliffs of La Jolla, above the shimmering blue waters of the Pacific. It is a magical setting under brilliant sunshine, and today with the top players in the game in the field. It's the first round of the Buick Invitational here on USA. And a moment ago, the action at 3. Here's Tiger, long try for birdie. This to get within 4 of the lead at 2 under. So after a calm opening 9, Tiger on his second 9 making a bit of an early move. And there is our defending champion at the 9th on the South Course. 3rd shot for John Daly. Longest hole on the course, 613 yards, and Daly will have a birdie opportunity. And now let's take a look at our leaderboard in the first round of the Buick Invitational, brought to you by Nike One. And it's Carl Peterson and Dean Wilson now at 6 under par. North Course and the South Course used in these first 2 days, and this weekend the play will be entirely on the South Course, which will host the U.S. Open in 2008. VJ at the 6th, 3rd shot on the par 5.
Greenside bunker here. Hole up on the rear tier of the green. That's a pretty good play from there.
Let's go look in on Sergio Garcia, who has an eagle opportunity to get into red figures.
Up across a ridge in the green. Took a hop right off the putter. See if that will kill its speed. No, it still gets to roll.
A thing of beauty from Sergio Garcia. And a moment ago, over at 6 on the South Course, Tommy Armour for eagle.
This one, too, over a ridge, albeit from a different angle than Sergio Garcia's a moment ago.
There's the same result. How about that? A couple of eagles in this threesome.
Now back to the North Course, Ernie Els, his second shot here at the 2nd hole.
It is just a very short pitch, and the lie in the rough isn't too bad.
Now let's check in on Bill Haas back at the South Course on the 13th. This for eagle. Very difficult putt. Up and over a ridge. Should move hard to his right once it gets over the ridge.
Oh, ho!
Wow. Roger, incredible player he is.
At the 7th, Sergio Garcia to get to 2 under. Birdie for Sergio.
Beat a 5. Shot is a little bit up the hill.
Phil Mickelson getting ready to play his second shot. Found the left rough off the tee. Ideal shot would be just somewhere right of the hole, about 20 feet. Amazing stat. Just 4 fairways out of 13. Doesn't seem to bother him though. He can still shoot low scores by missing fairways. That was a 5-iron coming in very high. Folks, I can tell you that shot was not that easy. Beautiful shot there by Phil Mickelson. Now to the par 3 8th. This hole playing 171 yards back up the hill. Garcia currently 2 under par. Should be a nice solid 7-iron back up the hill. Hole location just over the front bunker.
Bit of a blind shot for the players. Woo.
You're right, Roger. Sergio cannot see that ball at this point.
Tiger at 7 on the south course, trying to stay at 3 under.
The most impressive parts of his game. Never, ever knuckles under. Never gives up. Oh, heavens. Oh, okay.
And he didn't give up there. That kind of backed in. Marshall can't believe his eyes.
Always looked like a 4.
I'll take it. Oh, goodness.
Now here at the 17th, after that fantastic second shot, Phil Mickelson for birdie. Trying to get back to even par. Rod, just goes to show you can make birdie without hitting fairways. Phil Mickelson's way.
All right, Phil, thank you very much. And this was just a moment ago. Shigeki Murayama, 3rd shot at the par 5 9th.
Little sand wedge here, ball below his feet.
And that's a nice way to end your day.
Made a hole-in-one last week on Saturday at the Hawaiian Open, and I guess he's got it one of those stretches where holing them out.
He's been dialed in. 3 under par. Out of 69.
Now at the 17th. What a fantastic shot. Peter Lonard here for birdie. This green today has given the players fits. One of the few birdies here today here at the 17th. Now Dean Wilson here at the 18th on the north course for birdie to get to 9 under par in a 2-shot lead.
Wow.
Wow, what a fantastic day there, Roger. 63, 9 under par, has a 2-shot lead.
Back over to the north.
Tom Layman now for his birdie to get to 10 under par. A 1-shot lead over Dean Wilson. Wow, what a round. I know this course is supposed to be easier, but 10 under par, 62. Heck of a round today there by Tom Layman.
A beautiful day at Torrey Pines, 2nd round of the Buick Invitational, and Vijay Singh on the north course. That was a birdie at the 7th to go to 3 under, and Vijay just added another to go to -4. Meanwhile, 2-time champion Tiger Woods, after opening with 69 yesterday on the south course, has been battling the flu. Here he is at the 8th, his 2nd shot. And look at this action. Tiger went on to make birdie. He's at -7. On the south course, Ernie Els, after opening with 65 on the north yesterday, this for birdie to go to 9 under. And Els has joined the hunt. But everyone is in pursuit of Tom Layman. A magnificent 62 yesterday on the north course, and here he is, his second shot at 1, his 10th hole of the day from 171 yards out. Layman, the first round leader at 10 under par, and here he is for birdie at 1 to go to -12. And another chance at 2 to go to 13 under. He gave one back with a bogey at 3, but what a start for the United States Ryder Cup captain. A 3-shot lead at the Buick Invitational. Some of the most spectacular vistas on the PGA Tour. Brilliant sunshine, a gentle breeze blowing in off the Pacific today. An outstanding field, including 5 of the top 6 ranked players in the world, and there is no mistaking this venue. Welcome to Torrey Pines and the 2005 Buick Invitational. For more than half a century, San Diego has been a much anticipated and favored stop on the PGA Tour, and today that tradition continues here on USA. It's the second round of the Buick Invitational. And quickly, let's get you out to the action on the north course. Here's Tiger playing the 9th, the par 5, his 3rd shot.
Trying to flight a wedge down, trying to keep the ball from spinning too much, and really well executed.
And let's take a look at our leaderboard today, brought to you by Nike One, the power of long. And it's Tom Layman at 12 under par, and then that group of 3, Hart, Leonard, and Wilson at -9. Ernie Els is at 8 under. Luke Donald, who got to the sudden death round last year, is at -8. There's Tiger on the first page of the leaderboard now, -7. They play 2 courses the first 2 days, the south course and the north course. There's about a 3-shot difference. The south course playing much tougher, as it does traditionally. And then all of the play on the weekend will be on the south course.
Birdied 4 of his first 6 holes today. Bogeyed the 7th, a birdie at 8.
By his own admission, putting the ball beautifully.
And a birdie at 9. Tiger to 8 under par. Just 4 shots behind Tom Layman. Now to the 10th here at the north course. This is Sergio Garcia's 3rd shot. Very tough to judge how the ball comes out of this long ryegrass that surrounds the greens. Very penal if you do miss the greens. Now back to the south course at the 5th. Tom Layman his 3rd.
Well, this is a shot of 85 yards. The tee shot would have left him no more than a 6-iron, but it was in the right rough and a miserable lie. It could only advance it this far.
Very nicely done there by Tom Layman. Give himself some 8 to 10 feet for par. Now up ahead to the 13th. This is Brett Quigley, currently a 5 under par. This for birdie. This par 5 is very demanding, 540 yards. Back into a slight breeze. Head to the 14th. Ernie Els, his 3rd shot.
Came up short from 150 yards trying to stretch a 9-iron. Pretty simple bunker shot, though. And that a nice effort.
Well, Ernie Els there with the short par putt. Trying to chase down our leader right now, Tom Layman at 11 under par.
And here's San Diego native Scott Simpson at the 18th for birdie.
Always good with that club. Wonderful putter.
Winner here in 1998.
So Tiger will remain at 8 under par, 5 under par for the day.
Back to the 6th on the south course. Third shot upcoming for Tom Layman.
A little bit of an awkward stance, but the lie of the ball is actually pretty good. Has to negotiate a ridge that could take this ball hard to the right, but I think he did it very well.
Well, this is the part of the game that he credits for so much of his improvement, his improved play, and that's wonderfully played there.
'17.
Now Dean Wilson, his third shot from the bunker. Just came up short. He'll have that short putt left for par.
Welcome back to Torrey Pines, and that marine layer continues to make its way on shore, and it's sort of interesting to look at. And there's obviously the view from the blimp, and it's beautiful from there. But Roger, it can create some difficulties and problems for the players. I mean, they will suspend play if it gets too thick.
Well, if the players have no visibility, certainly it's not safe for the players, not safe for spectators. It's unfair to the guys that can't see what they're playing in. So it's one of those things that can happen on the West Coast here. You can have pockets of fog. It could come in and literally blind play on a couple of holes. Look at this shot here. And if you can't play on 12 and 13, they'll stop play on both courses. You can't continue to play.
Now this is Bob Choi here at the 16th, and you just hear the horns or sirens going off, suspending play due to the fog or marine layer, whatever you want to call it.
Now, Billy Ray, that was an intermittent blast, so it's not a dangerous situation, obviously, for the players, so they don't have to leave the golf course. They can complete the hole they're playing currently if they wish.
And then let's show you a little bit of Tom Layman's round today, and he's waiting, and the Ryder Cup captain enjoying the first round and a half of competition, and here he is at number 1. He started the day at the 10th, so here he is, his second shot at 1, which is a 452-yard par 4 here on the south course.
And plays another wonderful iron shot. His ball striking has been rather solid. Certainly yesterday, today not quite as good with the driver, but rolls this one in.
And that's to get it to 12 under. On to the second, gave himself another birdie chance.
Certainly the second hole, a hole the players look to birdie. It is a birdie hole in the players' minds.
On to 6, 560-yard par 5. Third shot from Layman.
And this is the part of his game he says has improved the most, that he's worked the hardest on. And certainly it's paying off with shots like that.
Went on to make birdie there. And he was at 7 when the weather problems began. This for birdie, and that was a nice way to end things before leaving the golf course after play was suspended. Tom Layman, 13 under par.
Noon Pacific time here on a beautiful Saturday afternoon, San Diego. Technically La Jolla, California, but it's right on the edge and right on the edge of the Pacific Ocean. Magnificent setting and a lot of players out on the range. We are just, and I mean just, starting the third round of the 2005 Buick Invitational. As many of you have been out this way, you know that the marine layer can roll in and We had the marine layer and some heavy fog rolling right off the spectacular cliffs here at Torrey Pines. We had a 3-hour delay yesterday, able to finish a little bit more of the second round. Had to come out and do it early this morning. However, the fog was here where they were going to start at 7:45, so we had another 2-hour delay, and they only wrapped up the second round a short time ago. And here's how it looks. Tom Layman looking for his first tour win since 2000, leading. Tiger Woods 3 off the pace, along with Peter Leonard. They'll be in the last group, and they'll tee off at about just before 2 o'clock Pacific time. You look back through and see Ernie Els down there at the bottom of that first page. Vijay Singh, world #1, coming off his win at the Sony Open in Hawaii. Opened with 4 under par, 140 total. And just a second ago, here's Vijay starting the third round. Torrey Pines municipal layout lengthened back in the summer of '01. 4 years the players have played this new layout, and he's in one of the bunkers at the 452-yard opening par 4. KJ Choi starting his round on the 10th. He's also at 4 under, his second shot. 10, a 405-yard par 4. Beautiful shot from KJ, par 36 here on each 9. There is Vijay Singh. He was first off the first at 4 under par. 11 off the lead. Mike Tirico, Paul Azinger here with you. Nick Faldo will be joining us a little bit later on here this afternoon. Vijay, for those not with us, drove it in a bunker, hit a terrific second shot to here, and the man who won last week is this putt for birdie.
There's not 10 guys in the field that would have been able to put the ball in this position from that bunker. That's just an unbelievable shot. Didn't take advantage of it. Well, actually, he sort of did take advantage of it because he made a par from a place where a lot of guys would have made bogey.
Vijay Singh, of course, winning last week, Sony Open in Hawaii and Honolulu, second at the Mercedes Championships. Really didn't have a good back 9 at the Mercedes. Stopped a stretch of 11 consecutive final rounds they entered with the lead and closed the deal. Didn't do it there. You see, he's as hot as anybody has been in quite some time. Over to 10, KJ Choi. KJ now calls Houston home, off to a good start in his third round. Again, these are the first 2 groups going off both tees to get started here in the third round. Fog delayed us. We'll see some of the leaders as the afternoon goes on. Also, Mickelson, Garcia, Els, Singh as well. Third round of the Buick Invitational here on ABC. You look at the live pictures from the blimp and you see it coming here in the golf course. It is a spectacular, spectacular golf course. Torrey Pines. Let's go over to the 11th, and Ian Baker Finch is the call there.
Thank you very much, Mr. Tirico. Nice to be back with you this year. KJ Choi here at the par 3, playing 198 today. And a beautiful shot there for the Korean.
Go down and look at Philip Price from Wales. 38-year-old playing out of the bunker. He's third at his opening hole. Again, you can see players just starting their third round. This is the second group to get going. Tom Layman in the lead at 15 under. Let's go back to Vijay down at the second.
Thanks, Mike. Second shot from the right rough.
Decent lie and short shot, 95 yards back to the hole.
One of the big advantages of hitting it a long way from the tee. Good safe shot. Back over to the other side, KJ Choi. His group teed off at 10. Has this putt for birdie at 11. Started working on his putting last season. First time in his life he'd ever actually worked on any putting drills. And he has become a much better putter. Look out.
Back here at the Buick Invitational, Bill Glasson. Good to see Bill back on tour. Good top 5 finish. Tied for 4th at the Q School. And a terrific shot from Bill. John Rollins' day is going. He's playing with Brett Quigley and Bob Tway. They're all at 4 under after 36 holes. Rollins for birdie.
It's be a little bit of a bounce back year potential for John Rollins after having a really promising first couple of years. Kind of a mishap last year, I think. Played terrible.
John, a winner once on tour, won 2002, the Bell Canadian.
Over 11 now, guys. Other side of the course, Philip Price, the Welshman. This one for par. Just snuck it in on the left side there. Little relief for Philip.
And we come back to the third, the par 3, and Judy, VJ's second shot.
Well, he kind of flared a 6-iron out to the right. Got a little help from the hill, so able to putt from there. I can tell you, Mike, here at the third green, we cannot see those holes over at 12 and 13. The canyon is completely covered with the fog.
That's not a good sign.
Pretty nice putt there. VJ uses his putter off the green more than anybody out here, I think. I'm sure I would have chipped that.
Back at 12, you talked about this is like making an eagle. Zinger, Bill Glasson trying to make birdie at this huge par 4.
Well, if he can get this.
Let's go back to the fourth, and Judy's out there with VJ at the par 4.
Well, he drove to the right again into the fairway bunker, and this time so close to the lip that there was no chance. So the third was played from just inside of 100 yards, and this putt up the slope is for par.
When there was a delay like this, I never like to finish. And I don't know, obviously it's just me because it seems like everybody else is going to finish. But I didn't want to sit around if I missed a small putt, or, you know, I'd rather have, if I miss a small putt, I'd rather be able to just go to the next hole.
Well,
pretty glad he finished, I imagine.
See, I probably would have been trying to practice that putt. Like, okay, this is about how much I think it breaks. I'll go on the putting green and overanalyze it and 3-putt probably.
And the third man in this group at the 10th, the opening hole, Chris Smith. Great early chance for Smith to test his game as he'll play likely the whole weekend with number 5 and 6 in the world rankings. Now here at the 10th, and we are in a fog delay, but it wasn't an impending dangerous situation. Players had the option to finish. Jerry Kelly, the only one in his group who did, and he makes a birdie. Yeah, Jerry will be 1 under through 1 and go have lunch.
I don't know how many times it's happened where a guy has finished a hole behind you. Sergio hasn't finished the hole yet, playing the group in front of Jerry Kelly.
Well, fortunately, the horn has blown and play will continue here at 2:45.
Phil Mickelson now at the 11th, past champ here, back in '93. That looked like a pretty good swing. He was hanging back a bit on the range, but that one looked pretty good.
It looked like he was trying to practice hitting a draw or something. Nick alluded to that, and maybe with that pin there. It's the shot he played. Maybe he was pulling the Gary player, Nick.
Exactly. He pictured, you know, hitting it down the middle of the green with a nice little swoopy draw around the bunker. Came off.
We will come back and join you as we've reached the end of our allotted Saturday coverage time. Despite 2 days of delays, final round of the Buick Invitational is underway. Tom Layman, the 2006 U.S. Ryder Cup captain, in the last group with Tiger Woods and Peter Lonard. And at the third, Layman makes birdie. He bogeyed the opening hole of this final round, started the final round tied with Luke Donald. Woods starting a couple of shots behind the lead. This to join Layman at 14 under. And a little short return to sender for Tiger, who did birdie the second hole here in this final round. Luke Donald in a playoff last year, tied with Layman atop the leaderboard. Bernhard longer in contention. Final round from San Diego next. One of the most beautiful places we'll visit on tour, or for that matter, visit anytime. San Diego, La Jolla, California, and Torrey Pines, a municipal golf course. See that marine layer, that fog that is built in over the last couple of days right around this time is trying to do it again and get in the way of a final round that we can just get in with the last little daylight that we'll have late on this Sunday afternoon and evening. But still, it is breathtaking, these views of the third green, the fourth playing along the Pacific Ocean. This South course that will host the best in the world when the United States Open comes here in 2008, year after year, produces a very good champion, the Buick Invitational. Luke Donald tied for the lead, stays that way with a par putt. They're at the fourth. Luke was in the playoff last year, won by John Daly. Chris Riley of San Diego was also in that playoff. Daly's way down on the list. Riley missed the cut, but Luke has a chance to get it done. Tom Layman there atop the leaderboard. The 2006 Ryder Cup captain, and Bernhard Longer, at age 47, the victorious European Ryder Cup captain back at Oakland Hills in Michigan just 5 months ago. They're 13 under par and on back through Charles Howell, who's one of those players knocking on the door on a regular basis. Ernie Els early this morning completing his third round, had 5 putts on 2 holes, really has slowed his charge. And you look back through the rest of the field, battling for position, including Bill Haas in on a sponsor's exemption with a good start.
Thank you very much, Michael. The fifth hole is a beauty. 453-yard par 4. Oh, nice bounce there. Course is still pretty bouncy. A lot more run on the course this time of the year than there was here last year.
Over at the 10th tee, and here's Phil Mickelson. This is the first start of the year for the reigning Masters champion. Mickelson had a good second round to get back in contention. He has made 4 birdies here in this final round. However, the trouble came earlier today when he made a lot of bogeys on the way in, shooting 78 in his third round. 6, first par 5 on the front. Ernie Els birdie at 2. And birdie at 6. Els 11 under, 3 back. And let's move up ahead to our leader, all pars so far. Luke Donald, third shot.
Well, 2 good shots in the fairway and just short of the green, but this left side's the toughest angle for this pitch.
Yeah, it did well. The pin's only on 5 from that front corner, probably even less from the left side.
To 10, and Charles Howell, we saw him drive it into the rough on the right on 9. Unable to make a birdie at the par 5. So Charles was 1 under for his first 9. 10 to 405-yard par 4. Good birdie chance. Now Donald's birdie at 6.
That was a great 4.
At 18, here's John Daly. Saw his second.
Slips the wedge underneath the ball. Perfect touch. You see, they just visual the same as last year. Guys could create good pictures and they do it again. Funny game, isn't it?
Big putt for Howell. Disappointing 2004. Trying to get 05 off to a good start. He's a couple back. Bernhard Longer's 3 back. Third at the ninth.
Well, we saw him hitting a lot of wedges yesterday during the fog delay. He's got himself right in contention. Probably because his wedge game is so strong. Drives it straight.
After that great second shot from Ernie, this to get within 3 of Luke Donald's lead. Back-to-back for Ernie Els, 3 under his first 7. Well, this has been what has saved Tiger through this period of swing changes, putting and making some big ones. He did earlier today.
Yeah, same hole. He missed. He's putting himself under pressure, though. It's a great stroke. Look at that. He's got that one bit sorted. He's just an awesome, got such a big heart. He just doesn't want to give in.
We go to 8.
This just a moment ago, guys. Luke Donald putting for birdie. Very nicely done.
Well, it looks like whatever happens, he's going to be in there for the back nine. Another, you know, emotions from last year. So we'd see if he can hang in there this time.
Just a little while ago, this was Bernhard Langer on the par 3 11th, 214 yards into the breeze, little right to left. Was leading the greens and regulation statistic earlier this week. Hitting a lot of greens. Good iron players do well on tough courses.
He'd spent a lot of time looking at this one. He knows he needs to get something going here quickly.
Well, I think this will put the pressure on Tom if he makes this one.
Yeah, it's not a difficult hole location today, Nick. It's pretty basic putt, easy to read.
There's your basic putt, folks. Your basic result.
Layman now, very similar line to Tiger's and about 6 foot closer.
Oh, great stroke.
Very nice, wasn't it? Pendulum. That's the key. Just a moment ago, young Bill Haas had this for a birdie at 11. 5 under par through 10 holes. My young daughter Haley at home will be very interested in Bill Haas's results this year. Just a moment ago, this was Tom Gillis at the par 3 11th. Once again, pretty hard to see there through the fog.
Wow.
Finished 26th at the 2004 Cure School. Tom Gillis nearly a 1 there.
Who has served America quite well in his performances as a Ryder Cup player, getting the nod to lead the team in 06. Share the lead.
That was well played, Tom. Very good aggressive play. Great second shot into that back corner. Good tee, something to think about.
Yes, we're back. Ernie Els playing his 3rd shot at the par 5 13th. Elevated green. Hole location over in the right section. Beautiful shot for Ernie Els. But he has to make some birdies over these closing few holes. It's just 11 under and 5 back.
obviously hurt his knee when he hit that and fell over. That was a great try, wasn't it? Yeah, that was.
I was just checking Tom Layman's stats out. He's 2 for 7 so far out of the bunkers. Yeah, thought he had it.
Teddy thinks, ouch! Shouldn't have done that.
2 for 7 in sand saves.
Sand saves, yep. 2 for 8 if he misses this one, and that's 6 shots gone. Certainly the one on 12 was near, or excuse me, 11 was near impossible, but this one was manageable.
Here we are at 17, fellas. Charles Howell playing his second from the fairway. Hole location today just in the very front right. You've got a deep bunker to come over. It's a good hole location.
Yeah.
And a lovely shot. Left himself an uphill putt for about 15 feet.
And we're back at 12, and this is Layman. A huge putt to avoid back-to-back bogeys and falling a couple behind Luke Donald with holes dwindling.
We've talked so much about the fog affecting your sight on tee shots and approach shots. It's not affecting putting at all, unlike the dark when you get into the sun setting type situations.
Bernhard Longer trying to save par, Ian, here at the 15th. It's the second most difficult hole on the course. So after several missed putts here on this second 9, Longer able to get a save and remain 4 back.
Back to 13, we saw Tom Layman come up short with his second. This is his third from that front bunker.
Now that nipped. That should have some spin. Good shot.
Wrap up of the final round of the Buick Invitational. Sun sets in about an hour 45 minutes, so looks like barring a long playoff and another fog delay, we'll get this in. Luke Donald leading Tiger Woods and Tom Layman by 1. Charles Howell a couple back. He's had the adventure to end all adventures over at the 18th hole. If you're with us the back end of our ABC Sports coverage, he nearly holed his third shot, ended up knocking it back in the water. Meantime, this is at 14. A moment ago, Luke Donald second.
It was a 6-iron. He turned it left, got it really going left. It went farther as they usually do, and much trouble long and left.
Oh, yeah. So our leader with some problems, and Ian Baker Finch has the call over at 14.
Thanks, Mike. That's a very uncharacteristic mistake for Luke Donald.
Oof.
Normally a great iron player and very controlled, and I would have thought in this situation would have just played a gentle little shot in there short left of the hole.
Well, he's hit his irons unbelievably well today, Ian.
All of these canyons are marked as hazards. I'm not even sure that he found the ball, but playing his 4th shot.
Oh, and leaves a tester.
8-footer left for bogey there for Luke Donald.
All right, so Donald's going to drop back here, losing that second shot, putting it deep in the hazard. So as he will putt for bogey, come back to our leaders, Woods and Layman, and take it back to what happened with Charles Howell. If you were with us live on ABC a couple of minutes ago, this is third at 18. And at this point, 2 back before Donald makes the bogey at best at 14. Almost jars it. It kicks back and goes into the water.
I mean, you do exactly what you have to do in the most extreme circumstances. You take it right at the flag. It lands in the hole and goes in the water.
I can't believe his lips didn't move after that one.
Well, now I'd be shaking, I think. I think my hands might be quivering a little bit right here.
Moved about 10 yards closer to play this now his 5th shot.
Plays it past the pin, gets the serious spin, and it's back down the hill. His ball is hunting water.
Just stopped shy of it. So there in 5. And Charles Howell gets a cheer of appreciation from the crowd, who senses his frustration. Now he comes up and has a chip for bogey 6.
Well, at this point, he's okay, Mike, because he's got a big cushion on 5th place.
was determined to not putt on the 18th. Finally finds a way to get that little stinker in the jar, and that is not a golf ball that you're going to save.
I like that.
He's had enough of that pond for a day.
Again, another good show in Southern California, in San Diego for Kev. He's going to be tied for 6th or jump up to 5th if he can convert this birdie attempt.
This putt won't hurt for Luke Donald to see.
Ball bounced on that collar immediately.
Skipped his third shot in here right around the hole, as a lot of players do, and gave the crowd a little fun.
And Donald's going to have this to get to 14 under and get within 1 of Tiger.
Get it there. Oh, it's another left one. His back nine, he's hit about 3 putts or so left of the hole, and obviously the tempo went with the swing, a few over the top, but all part of the big learning curve of this dreaded game at times.
67-73, as Donald had to complete about 30 holes today. Now here's Tom Layman, 1 back, his 3rd shot.
Tom was absolutely perfect. He's got 88 yards. This is just a length shot that these guys practice all the time. He wants to carry it probably 1 or 2 yards past the hole, so he's thinking 90 yards with a little bit of spin. Great opportunity to make birdie and put the pressure on Tiger.
Bit of divot. Oh, no. Too much divot. My goodness. It stayed up.
Unbelievable.
Gotcha.
You got to fly that past the hole.
Well, he chunked it a bit. But, you know, all this nervy going on, well, this will make, I mean, Tiger will sense this atmosphere. This will make him nervous. This is a fiddly little flip across that corner thing, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, he's a master at it. I mean, if ever there's a spot in his game right now where he's completely comfortable, Nick, I think it's this
true,
right
yeah.
here.
Back to what I was saying earlier on, he'll just picture it and just flip it in there. So,
yeah, and I'm not trying to minimize the difficulty or anything. This is a brutally hard shot under the circumstances.
He's got a 2 yards to land that on. He's got to get across the water, about 4 yards short of the hole. Good spinner, and then he should be in there close.
For those of you tuning in from the football game at halftime, Patriots dominating Pittsburgh 24-3. Tiger by 1 over Layman. This is Woods' 3rd at the par 5 18th.
He's walked all the way up. He's picked a spot well to the right of the hole. He's going to try to spin it down the hill.
Tiger tried to get home in 2, hit a poor shot, lucky to be on dry land.
He's looking out to the right, taking off that slope.
Well, that's no putt from there, T.
Keep edging back a little bit, but it will still be slick coming down for his birdie putt.
We saw one made from there down that green, but you know, later in the day it's going to be bumpy. You've got to roll that so slowly. The odds on hole in that one are slim, but
Tom Layman, although he's off the green, Tiger Woods can nestle this down there now. Layman will have to chip it in.
Yeah, we usually ask on tour if the other guy wants to come up to get everybody around the hole so you know where you can walk. But this is now classic match play situation. This is when he's perfectly entitled to this. He's furthest from the hole. He's thinking, well, hole it, it's over, cozy it down there and throw the pressure back on Tom.
It's funny, the shot lake lasers aren't exact, but they have them at virtually the same distance for what it's worth.
Well, they would both agree. They would both agree. If it needed officially pacing, it would have been done, you know. But tough, slippery putt. I'd be. Well, Tiger can do anything, but I would be surprised if he could. It's only going to fall in if it gets to the hole. Yeah.
And Tiger Woods wins for the third time at Torrey Pines. Wins the Buick Invitational. Win 41 of his career. And his first stroke play win in 15 months.